Tired of dealing with annoying flies, fruit flies, and gnats in your home? The Zevo Flying Insect Trap is your ultimate solution. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description now to get your Zevo Flying Insect Trap on Amazon and enjoy a bug-free home today.
The White House is frantically moving to get President Joe Biden in front of cameras and crowds on an expedited schedule this July 4th weekend after growing calls from within his party to step down after his debate disaster. Biden's handlers had already put in place a taped, sit-down interview with ABC's George Stephanopoulos to try to fend off calls from lawmakers and donors to demonstrate that he is still up to the task of campaigning. But after a Wednesday meeting with the nation's governors that failed to quell mounting calls for his ouster from the Democratic ticket, ABC announced hours later that the entire interview, which had been slated to air in pieces over Saturday and Sunday mornings, would now air in one shot, on Friday night. The primetime 8 p.m. broadcast will give Americans their first extensive look at the president in a QA format, albeit not live, since Biden trailed off, rattled off odd phrases, and appeared to lose his train of thought repeatedly during Thursday's debate with Donald Trump. The down-ballot freakout from elected Democrats has not ebbed, and the negative media coverage and information flow about Biden's debate debacle has only intensified. Former Mitt Romney senior advisor Kevin Madden told DailyMail.com. As a result, the White House is motivated more by necessity than design to schedule a major interview. There's an urgency to get the president out there so he can address the blowback directly. But the move follows days of lost time when senior members of his own party raised doubts about his candidacy and 3 elected Democrats have called on him to step back. Friday is still a tardy response, given that this controversy will have been spiraling for over a week, but waiting until Sunday would have been too late, said Madden. The network will air portions of the interview on World News Tonight Friday with David Muir during the 6 p.m. hour of ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir, then air the entire interview at 8 p.m. in a special broadcast. It will run again on Sunday during ABC's This Week, putting the president before millions of viewers while polls are registering growing concern among voters about his fitness for another term. The network said it will also release a full transcript of the interview, allowing the public to scrutinize Biden's answers even as critics from within his own party and Republicans will be looking for visual cues on whether the president, 81, remains fit for political battle. Biden will be putting himself in the public eye throughout the weekend, after Democratic governors said he had just days to prove he is still viable after polls showed him slipping after the debate. The president hosts military vets at the White House for traditional 4th of July celebrations. This time Vice President Kamala Harris will be there as well, as party insiders debate whether she would be a stronger nominee than Biden, amid indications the party could more easily transfer its huge campaign war chest to her than to swing state governors waiting in the wings. Biden is also returning to battleground Wisconsin, a state he won in 2020 but where shows show him trailing Trump. He will hold a campaign event in Madison, not far from where the Republicans will gather within days to hold their party convention. The burst of public activity comes amid pressure for Biden to put himself in front of the public more, with allies saying he has just days to prove himself. He's got to show the American people that he can do this job, Representative Debbie Dingell told MSNBC. He can't be wrapped in bubble right now. Referencing his train wreck debate, an ally told the New York Times, he knows if he has 2 more events like that, we're in a different place. The White House denied the report saying Biden had just days to prove he was up to the challenge, and knows that his weekend appearances must go well. CNN reported a Capitol Hill source holding up the ABC appearance as all-important, saying, "Let's see how this interview goes, let's see how he does on the campaign trail in Wisconsin," and they're using the next few days to kind of make up their mind. A new Daily Mail poll reveals a whopping 7 out of 10 likely voters said that the president should take a cognitive test after his disaster Atlanta presidential debate against Trump. Biden's burst of activity has him partying at the White House Thursday, campaigning.